Hello, everyone.
Hey guys.
How's it going? Welcome to our first Facebook Live, Wanna Talk Real Estate Wednesday with the Property Girls. Today, we're going to be discussing 10 steps to buying a pre-construction home.
And just before we start, we just want to give a shout out to a local girl, Kiki Creations. She made our Property Girls cups here. They're so cute. Check her out. We'll post her information later. So you can check out her Instagram site, and she's got such adorable, awesome things. So anyways, let's get started. We have a lot to cover, but before we do, we would like to make sure that you ask any questions, leave a comment, anything you'd like to know. And if we don't get to it today, then we will definitely address it next Wednesday when we do our next live.
Sounds
okay,
good.
So step one. So this we consider in pre-construction the question answer period. This is where you gather all your information. So a lot of people, they want to know who's the builder, how long has the builder been in business, where are they building, do they build in other spots. They ask about the development site, what kind of site, who's buying in the site, is there a lot of investors investing, is it more, what's the demographic, is it young families, is it older, retiring people, things like that. Also, you're getting all your information. So you're getting your pricing, you're getting prices of upgrades, what's included in the home, what are the closing dates, how far out are you closing, also what's the deposit, is the deposit all in one, can you break it up, what's the deposit structure. Also, it's very important at this stage when you're getting all your information, it's really, really important to get a pre-approval. This way, is this building, is this development the right price range for me? Can I afford this? What kind of upgrades can I afford to put in? Things like that. So that would be like step one.
Okay. Step two would be picking your model and your lot. This is very important. You want to pick a plan that meets the size of your house that you're looking at, all the needs and wants that it has in there. You also want to check with the lot to see if there's any easements on the lot in case of putting in a pool or anything else you want to do in your backyard. Another tip that we tell people is check which way the house faces, because a lot of people are looking for the sun exposure, right?
Yeah,
that's what I find.
Yeah, also kind of like feng shui stuff. People want to know, like,
oh yeah, we get the feng shui. Yes.
Yeah, is it north? Is it south? Is it facing east, west? Things like that.
And the one other thing that we know is you got to check to see if the plan needs any modifications to fit on the lot that you really like. So that's step two.
Okay, step three would be, once you've done all this and you're happy with all the information, signing the offer. So typically the offers are done on a builder offer. And our offers here, like with Kenmore, they're about 41 pages long. So that's
including Tarion.
Yes. And that is very different from, let's say, like if you were doing an offer with a realtor, like on a resale property. So these offers are big. There's a lot of, verbiage in there that, the lawyer had to put in, the builder needs to put in. So these offers are usually done on that. We usually ask you as well when you're coming to bring some form of identification with you and your deposit check or checks, depending on how you've, decided to do the deposit. So, and then we tell you like who the deposit's made out to. And also at this time, we're asking you, have you decided on what upgrades you want to put into the offer? And we discuss closings, the conditional period, things like that. And we have the advantage now that we didn't really do before is we do a lot of stuff, if you still want to do it in person, we do it in person, but we do also electronic. So that helps people a lot because, especially in these times right now, people feel more comfortable to be able to do it out of the comfort of their own home.
Okay. Step 4, the conditional period. This is where you put in a lawyer review or a finance condition. The problem is now that a lot of people, they can get pre-approvals, but they would need to update it because closings are so far out. The banks will tell you at this moment if you're good, even if you got to close 2 years from now. There was a time where we used to put in resale conditions, which was the selling of your home. But because closings are so far out now, most builders do not take that even in their offers. The other thing is, once this is done, it usually depends. You have 7 to 10 business days to check with your lawyer and check with your bank until your offer becomes firm.
Okay. So once you, you go through everything, you're happy with what the lawyer said, you're happy with your bank, and this is now step 5, the firming up period. So firming up meaning like removing your conditions, making it firm. There's no going back now, really. So once we are firm and the builder receives the paperwork that it's firm, they are going to then send to the architect to get the drawings. We call them the sign-off drawings, or the drawings that you're going to approve, so that those can be sent in for permit. These sign-off drawings, and I stress highly at this point, if there is any changes that you want to make, anything that you want to make, exterior changes, interior changes, like to your layout, things like that, I stress that this should be done and told at this time, because once you sign up on those drawings and that builder goes for permit, there's nothing that you can change. So this is really, really important. So example, if you wanted to say, let's say to, one of us, hey, we want to add a walk up, like side entrance from the basement, or we want to change the upper level vinyl, we want to change it to brick or stucco.
Or room structures.
Yeah, or change the layout inside. We're like, if you tell us this after you've signed these drawings and we've gone for permit, unfortunately, we're going to tell you that it's not possible. So it's really important, if you know this when you're signing the offer, but if not, and you've thought about this afterwards, before you sign those sign-off drawings, please, make these changes.
Okay, step 6. After the builder receives the signed drawings, they go for permit. This is a time when permit can take up to a month or more, depending on which city you are in and how backed up they are. So not much really is happening at this time. So what we suggest is you go on Pinterest. I have a hard time with that word.
Pinterest.
I call it Pinterest or House, and get yourself some design ideas. And that's pretty much it for that step.
Yeah, so I kind of just always tell people, like, this is a bit of a dead period or down period. We get a lot of emails. People are saying like, hey, what's going on? We haven't heard from you. But trust me, like, we're doing a lot of it, like the builder's doing a lot of behind the scenes work at that time. So once they, once we go in for the permit or get the permit, then we usually schedule the customer builder meeting. So we did those in person, and now we're actually doing them
Zoom.
Yeah, we do them like by Zoom, which people again are finding helpful, especially people who are like buying from out of town and have to come down. So we have a binder, and in that binder is all your like selections. So the builder will go through it with you, and they'll talk about where you go to pick your flooring, your kitchen, your lighting, things like that. And, if you have any questions at that time, you can ask the builder that as well.
Okay, step 8. This is the fun part where you pick your exterior and interior selections. Some builders do have design decor centers, but with our builder, you go directly to the supplier for your selections of flooring, lighting, cabinetry, everything else that you want. So each supplier does receive your floor plan. They receive your upgrades that you're doing and any other changes that you're doing. The one good thing that we like that you get to go to each supplier is it becomes a more personal experience. At this time, if you still want to upgrade like carpet to hardwood or doing quartz countertops, this is where you can do it then. I think that's pretty much it.
Yeah, I think so. The selection process is obviously like the most fun for the, the buyers, and that's kind of like what everybody waits for. Okay, so step 9 is the walkthroughs. So when you're basically your first walkthrough is going to be your electrical walkthrough. So once the home is framed up and watertight, they'll give you a call and let you know that it's time for your electrical walkthrough. So this is where you walk through with the electrician. You pick, your lighting placements. You pick if you want to, do any upgrades. Like let's say you want to put some extra pot lights, or you want to put some dimmer switches. Maybe you want to, do some outside stuff like a Christmas light, plug in your soffit for your Christmas lights, things like that. And then once you kind of have the layout of your lighting, that's when we suggest that you go and pick your lights, because then you know exactly what you need and where you need them to go. Other walkthroughs, you can do a few. They're kind of limited right now because of the situation with COVID, but you would have to contact our site like coordinator and then set up that you can go through with him. Most, like our builder, most other builders typically, you can't just go on and do walkthroughs on your own.
Okay, and the final step is the pre-delivery inspection, which we like to call PDI. This is where you meet the site coordinator to go through the home, to check for anything that needs to be fixed, or if there's any damage anywhere. This is also the time the site coordinator shows you how your home functions. Yeah, anything with your, what are a few things that you use?
Yeah, so like just how to maintain your
alarms,
home.
your whatever.
Yeah, like your furnace, your HRV unit, your thermostats, things like that. Like some homes are a little bit more electronically savvy at this time. So some people might not know. So they'll kind of walk you through and show you how to properly maintain and use your home.
I think that's pretty much it to cover our first session.
Yeah, and finally, after all of this, you just you enjoy your new home. So, well, guys, this is our first live, and we completed the 10 steps to buying pre-construction. So
we'll see you next week.
Yeah, if you guys have any questions about this, what we just talked about, please leave us a message, send us a message, and we'll address it at the beginning of next week's live on Wednesday. And
11 a.m.
Yeah, next Wednesday, 11 a.m. And we're going to be talking about the 10 things that you should think about upgrading in your home before you, that you should put in your offer. Okay? Anyways, thanks a lot for joining. Great to have you. Nice to see you. Talk soon.
See you next week.
Bye.
Bye.